What's up, guys? Quantric02 here, and Happy New Year. Maybe you're watching this as New Year's Day, or it's after New Year's, and we're in 2020. But I am recording this a couple days before the New Year, so this is the last review. I said I wasn't sure, but I do have one more review to make before 2020, and then it's this guy right here, the best in the world at what he does. I ain't talking about Chris Jericho. I'm talking about Logan himself, Wolverine, because this is Medicom's, Mafex, whatever you want to call them, their version of Wolverine. We're going to see what it's all about. Let's get into it, baby. And as always, guys, before we take a look at the figure, we're going to take a look at the box. This is the Mafex comic book box. We've seen this with the Spiderman, Amazing Spider-Man before that. And I like the style of the box. It's nice. You got a nice window. You can see the figure here. You can see all the accessories it comes with. And you got like the comic book-esque like little side panel right here. It says Marvel 6-inch. Number 96, Mafex. I'm the best there is at what I do. That's Logan. You got another picture of Wolverine right here. It says Wolverine comic version, Wolverine, X-Men, Marvel, Mafex, Medicom. I got a nice blue border here. There's the top right there. There's the bottom. A lot of unreadables, warning stuff. There's the side. There's this side. And there's the back. Different poses for this figure. And yeah, that's about it right there for the packaging. I like it. Nice blue and yellow, the primary colors of Logan. You also have the black trimming. Real nice. But we're not here for the box, we're here for the figure. So let's hop into it. And this is everything the figure comes with out of the package. Before we get to the accessories, let's take a look at the figure itself. And here is Wolverine out of the package. Obviously it is the iconic 90s Jim Lee outfit. You know it. You know the colors. Yellow, blue, black. Classic Wolverine. Everybody knows this colorway. This is another offering by Mafex. We all know that basically that the Amazing Spider-Man figure that came out is probably the definitive 6-inch Spider-Man figure ever. Is this the definitive Wolverine? Well, we're about to find out right now. But first, we're going to take things step by step. We're going to take a look at the aesthetics, see how this thing looks. You know, first, then we're going to take a look at articulation, and then we'll go over other things like accessories. But let's take a look at the figure. A closer look, I should say. So, here he is. Here's Logan. That head sculpt is nice, man. It's very clean, and it's different from the Marvel Legends one. The mask piece, the black, you know, horn-like piece. It's more like wider, spread out. It reminds me more of how he looked in the animated series, which I'm pretty sure this is what this is based off of, more of the animated series compared to the comic. And this is how he looked in that show. It's a little mask piece. The black pieces were more like wide and bigger. And it also looked like this in the Marvel vs. Capcom games, which is I'm a big fan of those, so this is really cool to see this figure kind of represent that. I do like that. You come down to his shoulders here, they're nice and broad, and just like the Amazing Spider-Man figure, this may be something that's going to just continue as the line grows. The blues are in like a metallic blue. So it's not like just your standard flat matte blue. It's metallic. Some people may like that. Some people may not. I don't mind it very much. It's actually alright to me. I think it looks fine. You work your way down to the torso here. I think his build, the muscles and stuff look, you know, pretty good. I mean, I think they're all like the right size and everything. None looks really out of place. You got a little shading here, a little orange shading in between where the definitions of the muscles are. So you see in between the pecs here, you got a nice little subtle shading, which I can you know, appreciate that they did that. Didn't have to, but they did, and that looks really, really well, really, really good. But yeah, the definition of the figure, everything looks atomically correct. One thing that is going to bug a lot of people, and this is something from the very beginning when they show the promotion pictures for this figure, that people aren't going to like. I personally don't mind it, but I would have definitely liked it if it was the other way. And that's going to be the metallic blue tiger stripes. This tiger stripe Wolverine, and we're used to having the tiger stripes be black. Now I know they appeared blue in some things. Like I'm pretty sure in Marvel vs. Capcom they're blue and not black. So I'm fine with it, but it would have been cool if they were black. I mean, if you're a customizer, you're a good painter, you could definitely just, you know, repaint these and make it black. But those who aren't that savvy with that kind of stuff, yeah, you're kind of stuck with this metallic blue. But it's not that big of a deal. I like the muscle definition in the back. Also, you can see some orange. I'm not even sure if it's really picking up on camera, but there is orange shading in between the muscles and stuff. So that looks good. It's also a little at the bottom of the mask here as well, and at the top. So like that, it's not just a flat yellow. There is some color up in there. You look here on his arms here. You can see the hair on his arms. Got a little arm hair here. One thing that I do like from the Marvel Legends figure that this guy doesn't do is on the Marvel Legends figures they're sculpted hairs, but they don't paint them. Here it's the exact opposite. There's no sculpted hairs, but it's painted on. So like there's no sculpt for the hair, but it is, you know, painted there. So to make the illusion of the hair. So I don't know which one you prefer. I don't know why both companies couldn't do both, but you get one way and one the other way for some reason. You come down a little bit more towards the midsection here, abdomen area. They have his belt here, which is a separate piece, a separate plastic piece here. Matte colored, just black X. It's pretty clean. None out of place, no real QC issues there. The tights also metallic blue, but it's clean and everything. I don't know how people are going to take the metallic blue. It doesn't really, like I said, it doesn't really bother me that much. You come down to the thighs, same thing here with the muscles here. You got the little orange, you know, subtle paint going on there, which looks really good. Same thing going on in the back. It's nice. Now it's a little less in the back, but it's there. And then you come to the boots here. Continue that matte blue, and then you got the black there. And there's the boots and everything. And you know, not that much going on. You guys know how Wolverine looks, but he looks good. I think aesthetically speaking, he looks good. Looks like he just came out of the TV show or the game, whichever one you want to compare this guy to. And he looks different enough from the Marvel Legends version, which I will be comparing a little bit later. That, you know, if you're just here for how it looks, then you're going to like it for sure, because it looks just like the show and the Marvel vs. Capcom video games back in the day. Now let's take a look at the articulation. Alright, so starting at the head, it is on a ball peg, so it can move 360, spinning around 360. He can look up, he can look down, and you can little shimmy left and right here. And then he also has a ball peg at the bottom of the neck, which helps it a lot. So he moved down that much, you can look up that much, and you can move it all the way around like you need to. So the articulation is pretty good at the head. Come down to the shoulders. There are butterfly joints here, and you can move the arm about in front about that much. With that, it's not a lot. Like I wish like it was deeper. Like it works, but I feel like it could be better. I don't know. Oop, don't mind all that. Stuff's just falling all around me. But yeah, so you get about that much motion in the arm here. It's okay. Then you come over to the shoulder, and it does hinge up. Oops, about that much. So you can see that right there. Arm just came off. It's a peg here. And it's just coming all apart. Hold on. There we go. Just tuck that back in there. and it can move up like that. You can move the shoulder peg and out of the way. It's like pegged in the back right here. And hold on a second. Try to get this back in here. There we go. All right, so that can move. I got a lot of range here, so you can spin that around and move it up and how you need to and all that stuff. So that's good. But yeah, it goes up about that much, which is really good. So that's great. Then you come on to the bicep swivel. You saw the peg it is on, so it's gonna move how you want it to move. You can go 360 with that and whatever. Double hinge elbow, way better than 90. It's really good. And then come down to the wrist is on a ball peg, and that can spin around and hinge that much. It's really good. Back that much, which is excellent. So there you go. It's in its own little peg right there. I wish it would actually be an actual ball peg, but it's kind of just on a peg to stick it on. But all Mafex figures are like that. And then we come down to the torso here. You got a little ab crunch or diaphragm joint, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if mine is just stuck and I need to loosen it, or there legit isn't that much movement here. So I can swivel it left and right, but as far as crunching it, I'm not getting that much. So it crunches a little bit, about that much. And you can move it back. Like it's really stiff. Like, I don't even want to mess with that. I'm afraid I want to break something in there, and I don't want to do that. So there's not, either it's just stuck and I have to heat it up, or there's not that much articulation there. So majority of your articulation is going to come here at the waist joint, which he can move down about that much, which is really good, and back about that much. This is also pretty good, and you can swivel left and right. Like I said earlier, the belt is a separate soft plastic, which you can move around so it doesn't get in the way or anything. So that's good. You come down to the legs here. It's a double ball peg, and it does the splits about that much. And you can kick it up about that much. Just really good. Pretty high kicks. And you kind of got like the SHF kind of, pop out joint, so you can pop it out to extend your kicks or whatever. So that's good. Pop that back in. Double hinged knee. Better than 90. It's really good. And then there is a swivel here, I believe. Or am I just going crazy? Trying to see. Is it a swivel? I think there's a swivel here in the boot. But I see the knee moving like that, so I don't know if is that just the articulation being a little loose right here, or is there actually a swivel here? Let me try this one. I believe there is a swivel here at the boot. Then you come down to the ankles. You can pivot up that much, go back that much, and you got the pivot. That pivot is crazy. Look at that. Look at that pivot. Crazy. Both ways. Very nice. And of course, you got that toe articulation. It's beautiful. So there you go. Your Mafex articulation right there, which is pretty good. I wish there was more. I don't know what's going on here, but hopefully it's just my ab crunch being stiff, and it's not the fact that it's actually just like that. So, but it's pretty good though. So there you go with articulation. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the accessories here. Logan doesn't come with much, but I mean it's Wolverine. I mean what else do you really need it to come with other than just the things that are really here. So I'm not going to really complain, but we're going to take a run at this. Take a look at this stuff anyway. So you're going to need your Mafex stand here. They always give you a nice stand, which is nice. You always can use nice flight stands, so you have that there. That works pretty great. He comes with 3 different head sculpts. The first one is the one that came out of the package, which is just a standard look. It's just a Stern look, Logan looking straight. You know, pretty good. Just the static, normal face here. I like it. Then you got the angry, snarling head sculpt, which may be my favorite. I love how it looks. It's great. It's like you said, come on, bub, let's go. I like it a lot. Looks good. And last but not least, in my opinion, the best 6-inch scale Logan head sculpt to date. Better than any of the Marvel Legends sculpts, which all of them aren't bad. They kind of make him look like he's like a Neanderthal or something, like he's like a caveman. He looks weird. This is a human face. He looks like he can actually walk out with a normal human being and look normal. This one is great. I love how this thing looks. I love the hair. It's swooped up like how it was in the show. He's got that smug look on him, looking like Scott just pissed him off or something like that. This looks great. I love it. I'm gonna turn that around so you can see this back of that. There's the back right there. It looks really, really good. My favorite head sculpt to date. And it also comes with this also, the mask being down, which is a separate piece. Just take the head off and pop this on, and that's how that looks. Looks really good. Also has shading at the top, a little orange shading. So yeah, definitely the best 6-inch Logan sculpt to date right here. Mafex killed it. He comes with 3 sets of hands. First, you have the fists that came out of the package. They look pretty good. You have a pair of open, kind of relaxed hands. And of course, you're not going to have a Wolverine figure without the claws. You get his nice claws right here. They are nice and long. Obviously, they don't make sense really. They're kind of too long to even. There's no way those would fit in his hands. But I like the over exaggerated claws. They're my favorite, and they remind me, like, again, a lot of the Marvel vs. Capcom games when they were like super long. And you're like, there's no way those are fitting into his freaking hands. But I don't care because they look super cool, and I like them. They're straight. They're not bent up or anything. You know, they're hard. It's not metal. They're a hard, durable plastic, and I don't think you have to worry about these things bending up like the Marvel Legends ones do, which are really annoying. These are great, but I would be careful. They are hard and durable, but you could probably still break them if you're not being careful. But they look nice, and yeah, they're great. So there you go. Alright, it's size comparison time. Time to compare Logan to other figures from different lines. And I know we had to talk about this first. Here is the Mafex figure compared to 2 figures from the Marvel Legends line. And this may be my biggest negative about this figure. I feel like he's just a tad too tall. The Marvel Legends just nailed the size. These new Wolverine sculpts just nail the size of Logan, and I just feel like the Mafex one just a tad too tall. But other than that, it looks pretty good compared to these guys. And since we're here, let's do a little have a little fun and do a little head swapping. I want to know if the new Logan head sculpt will fit on the Marvel Legends head. So let's try this real quick. I'm gonna do it on camera. That ball peg is, oh, nope, it's too big. So that's how that looks. The ball peg is way too big, and the only way you're gonna even try to get this thing to fit is to, drill a hole into it, and maybe, if you really want to. Let me see if I can just throw that back. But the head actually would look okay if you can do that. It might look, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I think it's a tad, maybe a tad, a little too small, maybe. I thought it was gonna look kind of alright, but second look at it here, it may be a tad too small. But yeah, it definitely does not fit. The ball peg's way too big, so that won't work. But let's try putting it on the Marvel Legends head on this one. See if that looks how that looks, and that's how that looks. Hey, finagle it. Let's see if I can just kind of pull it up and make it look alright. Nah, the head just doesn't fit properly. It doesn't look that great. So that's not going to work, unfortunately. but it is what it is. I tried, guys, because that head sculpt would look really sweet if you could put it on the Marvel Legends head, but I mean the Marvel Legends body, but it is what it is. Here he is beside Mafex Deadpool, and yo, Deadpool is taller, but I feel like he should still be shorter. Like he's still just a tad too short. Like this right here, that looks way better compared to the Mafex, but you know, he's not. He's just he's a little too tall. Here he is beside Medicom 112th Sovereign Knight Batman and the SHF Saiyan Race on Earth Goku. Here he is beside Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger and Figma's Lucina. Overall, Wolverine is another solid release by Mafex, but is it the definitive 6-inch Wolverine, Tiger Stripe Wolverine? And I'm going to have to say no, unfortunately it's not. There's a couple things that's holding it back that I feel like the Marvel Legends figure just does a little bit better. And I'm going to just go over the cons real quick. First thing being that it's just a tad too tall. I feel like, I mean, I guess if you have it like hunched over and stuff, you're not going to notice as much. But if as far as vanilla poses, he's just going to be, you know, the same height as your not your Deadpools, but your a couple of your other figures. When he's a short guy, man. When Logan's like 5'3" or something like that, and have him be the same size as you know, your Cyclops is just not going to look right in your collection. And I have two other nitpicks. Two of them, which I'm not sure if it's just for my figure or if it's you know, universal. I haven't looked at any other reviews yet, but the fact that the app crunch really doesn't do much, you can't get a lot of movement there, unfortunately. I can swivel it side to side, but as far as, you know, moving it back and forth, it's not a lot of movement. I'm getting more of my you know, movement from the waist, and that's unfortunate. And then also on my left bicep swivel, I feel like it's loose. If I turn it too much, it just pops right off. I don't know what that's all about. But other than that, though, this guy is like a solid release. I'm not trying to just down this figure because it's not a terrible figure. It just has a couple things that's holding it back. I like the shading. I like the aesthetics. It looks just like how Wolverine looks in the animated series and in the Capcom video games. The claws are nice. They're nice and long. I love the exaggerated claws, like I said before. They're nice and metallic, and they're not metal. They're hard plastic, but they're nice. I'm a person who doesn't mind the metallic blue stripes that's going on in the torso area. I know people they see that and they're just like, nah, I don't want this guy. That doesn't bother me. I feel like I already have enough Tiger Stripe Wolverines with the black stripes, and this one is like, reminds me of the Marvel vs. Capcom video games, which I don't mind that at all. So the head sculpts are great. The Logan sculpt is amazing. The best Logan sculpt of 6-inch figure in my opinion ever. And the other two head sculpts are great. He looks good. He just those couple things just holds him back, unfortunately. And you know, as far as just getting him in some crazy feral poses, honestly, you're probably gonna do a little bit better with the Marvel Legends. And that's crazy that a $20 figure you can get more out of it than you can with this $80 figure, and that's why I have to give it a peg down. But with all that said, I still think he is a solid release, and if you want to, you know, add him to your Mafex collection, I say go for it. But if you're a person who's just looking for a cool Wolverine figure, you may just be happy with the Marvel Legends figure, and you do not, and it's you're spending not even half the price for that. So it is what it is. I still give it a thumbs up. It doesn't get 2 thumbs up, but it gets a thumbs up, and I still recommend it for those who still want to get it. He looks cool. I just wish that he can do a little bit more, and those couple things are just holding it back, unfortunately. But guys, if you like this video, please smash that like button. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more figure reviews and other figure stuff. And also hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I put up a new video. If you want to get this guy, this is the Japanese release. The American release should be in a couple of weeks, so you can go ahead and still pre-order this guy on Big Bed Toy Store, and he should be coming in real soon. And tell me what you think about this guy in the comments. Do you still want to get him, regardless of the couple things that I already said about him? Do you still want to get him? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Like I said in my previous video, 2020 is on the horizon. A lot of great figures are coming, and I cannot wait to see to review those and just to have them in my collection. 2019 was great. 2020 is going to be better. I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to head out, guys. Stay gold. Be good to your people, man, and peace out.